And they talk about bucks moving home ranges, and that's, or core areas, and that's probably true. But I mean, as much as some leave where you were, just scouting, aren't some going to then move into that spot and everybody just kind of going to shift locations? It doesn't mean every buck is moving out of where you were. So it's, I mean, as much as some move, some are just going to move in. And I think I read an article that Dr. Grant Woods did, and he said that only 50% of bucks move their core ranges from summer into, October.
Yeah.
So
and
it's only a 50-50.
And while some people knock on shed hunting, shed hunting can give you some information, and we've found sheds off of bucks that we've seen in the summer velvet scouting, during the season, in the winter. Then we found their sheds all on the same piece of public land that's not very big. So like, he didn't move anywhere because we saw him in the summer when we were velvet, pictures of him on trail camera. We saw him during the season on camera and in person, and then we saw him in the winter and found his sheds all within the same area.
Yeah, and don't you think maybe, like, every buck is different, obviously, but especially on public, don't you think some of those bucks find that spot where there's nobody going and they're not going to leave? Like, why would you leave home ranges if there's nobody there?
Yeah.
I mean, some bucks are, guys that like to travel, and other ones are either going to stay in the same spot, obviously, but if it was
found
me,
a safe
I
spot.
found a safe spot, I'm not going to move regardless of the season, I guess.
Yeah, as long as you still got like what you need, like you got the food and the water, and you're in a safe spot, that's probably almost as important as just up and moving your home range.
Yeah, so do you think specifically summer scouting, is it still worth it?
I think it's still worth it. I think you're always gaining information. It's just how you use it. If you go in and expect to be like, this same buck's going to be right here, because that's where I saw him when he was in velvet, may not be the case, but you can always learn something from going out there and watching velvet bucks or finding bedding areas and looking at sign and looking at your property. I think you can always learn something from it.
Yeah, I think it's what you're trying to get out of it. Like you said, you're not going to pattern that deer on the soybeans in August and expect him to be in that same spot in November, especially on public. Like, it's just not going to happen. I think it's what you're trying to get out of it. And I think, and the article said it, and I tend to agree that usually that velvet scouting is typically just an inventory type deal. And that's really the main reason, the main 75% of what we do it for. 25% to see if we can pattern a buck, like where is he coming out, where are the deer moving, how are they traveling, and the other 75% is just what bucks are in the area. Same reason we're using trail cameras, essentially. We just want to know what bucks are in the area, and if we have a buck in the area, then we're good.
And with velvet scouting, though, if you have a September 1st opener and you're seeing him on August 15th in a bean field every night, there's probably a pretty good chance he's going to be there on September 1st. Like, summer scouting pays off for seasons that open early.